Hi guys, I'm Jesse at Strobepro.com, and today I'm going to be showing you the Strobepro Mini C Stand. This is our latest C Stand in the lineup, and basically it's the same as our other C Stand, it's just smaller, hence the Mini name. So you're still going to get your turtle base, your grip heads, and a boom, just everything's going to be a little bit shorter. So the nice thing about this is it packs up smaller, and you've got a lower minimum height. So this will go all the way down to about 32 inches, and it'll go all the way up to about 7 feet if you're using the boom in the extended position. So let's take a closer look what we can use this Mini C Stand for. So the biggest difference that you're going to notice between a regular C Stand and the Mini C Stand is going to be the height. So our regular C Stand, the minimum height is basically 5 feet, which is this C Stand's maximum, but the Mini will go all the way down to 32 inches. So this makes it perfect for getting into lower height applications. So if you're shooting some tabletop photography, you wanted to get low on a table like this, or you're using it for background stands, or even for reflectors when you're shooting portraits, you want to get it under the camera to be able to mount different modifiers on that. This comes in really handy, and it'll still take a really decent amount of weight, up to 22 pounds on this boom. So even though it is smaller, you don't have to worry about it bowing or flexing, anything like this. This Mini C Stand is still rock solid. So let's take a quick look on how we set this up and attach the boom and the center shaft. So in every Mini C Stand, you're going to get a number of parts here. So first we have the turtle base here. We're going to have the main column. We have the boom with a grip head attached, and then we have a separate grip head. But the first thing you're going to want to do is spread out this turtle base. It comes nice and flat like that, so it's easy to pack away. It doesn't take a lot of space, and it's all spring loaded on the legs here. So basically, if you grab one of the lower ones and grab the upper one, you're just going to separate them, and it's going to click into place there. So I'm not sure if you can actually see it here, but right in here there's a groove. As you pull that apart, it's going to drop in so you know it's in place. Then all you need to do, just grab the next one, pull that apart, and then we've got all three out and it's ready to go. Just as easy to put them back, so just push them together and then they'll fold back down for easy transport. So we'll try to balance this on our table here. It's not quite wide enough, but just to give you an idea here. So we've got it balanced there. The next thing what we want to do is take this center column, and this is really nice because it is solid steel down here. We've also got a flat spigot, and this flat spigot is going to line up with our main connecting screw here. So back this off, then we're going to drop in the center column right here. Once that goes in, we're going to want to tighten that up. I'm going to take this off the table in a second because I know this is going out of frame at the top there. But just a couple things I wanted to mention. You're going to get 2 cable clamps on here. And those are really nice because you can secure any cables, power cables or anything that are coming down so they're not dangling and you're going to trip on them. They just fit right in the groove here, so you put the cable in there and then just clamp it on just like that. It'll keep that nice and tidy and out of the way there. Up on the locks here, we've also got bumpers here. So this is not an air cushion stand just because it is so heavy duty, but you do have a little bit of protection here. If you are to drop it, you do have the rubber bushing there. So let's lower this down and attach the boom. So every Strobepro Mini C Stand is going to come with these parts. The first being a 20-inch boom with the grip head attached. And then you're also going to get this secondary grip head, which will actually be used on the boom. But I just wanted to show you something about this setup here, which is a little bit different than a normal C stand. And the reason being is because we have this grip head already attached to the boom. Normally what would happen is we would take this grip head here and we would drop it onto the baby pin, and then we would take our separate boom. After we tighten that, the separate boom would then go through here and we'd be good to go, always keeping the grip handle on the right. And the reason why we would do that is because it would self-tighten as it goes down, and we're working with the force going down, so it would actually tighten rather than loosen, and I'll show you that in a second. But because we have this attached, what we're doing is we're actually going to be using the sections on the grip handle, and those just go on like that. So let me show you with the actual boom here what I'm talking about. What we're going to do is always keep the grip handle actually on the left. And as we go down, we're going to slide this into the hole that fits, tighten it down. Now the force and the weight on the actual boom would be working with us, and it would actually be tightening as we went down. That's compared to the opposite. If I put it on the other side, what would happen is that this would just loosen off completely. So it's not working with us at all. So that's why we're going to keep this on the left, which is going to be counterintuitive to any other video that you've probably seen about C stands and C stand safety. So again, just to recap, normally the baby pin would be mounted right here. So it would drop on like this through the hole there, and we would tighten it down, and the handle would be on the right. But because we're mounting actually the baby pin through our holes on the grip head, we're actually going to flip it around this way so the handle is on the left. So this is the thing I really love about the Strobepro Mini C Stand. You've got a stand that'll go low height, which is solid. You can throw tons of weight at it and it's going to handle it no problem. But plus, if you need to reach up to 7 feet, it's also going to do that. So you're not really limited either way there. And plus, it's so portable. You can just fold in the legs really quickly and easily and throw this in the back of your car or whatever you're trying to transport that. It's nice and short, so you don't have to worry about it taking up a ton of space with the rest of your gear. If you want a much easier way to maneuver your C stand around the studio, then adding a C stand wheel set is an excellent option. Now these come in 2 different sizes and they are sold separately, but any current generation Strobepro C stand is going to use a 30 millimeter. And that millimeter reading is just taken from the leg here. So if you have a different brand and you're not sure, do I use a 30 or a 25, then just measure from side to side here. If you have a caliper, that's a great way. Or just get an idea with a tape measure as well. Anything over the 25, go up to the 30 millimeter set. So I flipped the turtle base upside down here just to show you how to install this. And I want to just stress that this is a heavy duty caster as well. So we designed these because we know that you put a lot of weight on your C stand. So you've got to have a wheel that matches that heavy duty ability of the actual stand. So you're not going to have to worry about bending or breaking these. They're a great caster set. Basically, all you're going to do is just slide this over the wheel and over the leg, and on the back you've got a little cutout there. So that just helps you line up. So just keeping that straight on there, and you would just tighten that down. And I don't have the wheel locks turned on, but you could lock them into position if you want, just by that lever. You can step on it or use your hand to do that. And we'll just put the other ones on here. And it's really that easy to do. So there you go. All the wheels are on, and my table's not big enough, but we'll throw this on the floor just to show you how to wheel it around. So here's the wheel set attached, and you can see how we can easily manipulate that and roll it around. If you want to lock it in position, just go back here, step on the wheel lock, and that locks it down. And to take it off, just kick it on the top here, and then you can move that back around like that. So that's everything there is to know about the Strobepro Mini C Stand. I love it because it goes small, but it's still got tons of durability because you can run heavy loads on that. You don't have to worry about bowing or bending. This thing is built like a rock. Plus, you've also got the ability to go up to 7 feet tall with the boom here. So it's not just a one-trick pony. It'll do low height and it'll do regular height stuff in your studio as well. We've got the 20-inch boom, which is nice for tabletop photography. Those shorter reaches, if you want to use it with a kicker light or a flag system when you're doing product photography, it's really great for that. Plus, this thing folds down so small, you can see you can throw it in the back of your car and not being worried about, transporting 2 or 3 of these. They're actually not too bad to carry around. We've got the wheels mounted on here, and again, those are the 30mm C-stand caster sets, and you can get those on the website as well. They are optional, but I'd say it's a great investment to add a set of those. Just makes rolling around in the studio so much easier, and you're really going to thank yourself for picking those up down the road. So guys, check out our entire Strobepro C-stand lineup at strobepro.com, and until next time, I'm Jesse.